They sold my land illegally, but I own the only bridge in, and I shut it down. Karen called the cops. Big mistake. Like and follow for the full story. Let me tell you how the HOA tried to illegally sell my lake cabin lot and how I shut them down because I own the only bridge in. So a few years ago, I bought this quiet little piece of land by the lake. Nothing fancy, just a small cabin, a fire pit, some trees and peace. Total escape from the world kind of place. Only one way in and out, a small wooden bridge. Here's the thing though, I own the bridge, not the HOA, not the town, me. Now fast forward, I hadn't visited for a few months, busy with work, life stuff. Then out of nowhere, I get a notice from the local county office saying my property had been sold. I thought it was a scam, but no. I checked the records, and somehow the HOA filed paperwork to reclaim and sell my lot because it was abandoned. What? I called the HOA. Karen, yes, literally the HOA president's name is Karen, picks up. She's got that tone. You know the one. She tells me the lot had fallen into disuse and the HOA had taken the liberty to list it. I said, that's illegal. She laughed, told me to take it up with their lawyer. Okay, so I drove down there. I get to the bridge, and there's a big private HOA property sign bolted to my bridge. I was boiling, but I stayed calm. I crossed, parked on my land, and called the sheriff. And then it happened. Karen shows up with the cops. She's pointing, yelling, "That man is trespassing on HOA land." The sheriff walks up, and I calmly hand him the original deed, with maps, showing the property line, showing the bridge. All mine. He looks at it, then at her, then back at me. "Ma'am," he says to her, "this man owns this property, and the bridge." You should have seen her face. Priceless. I told the sheriff I wanted to press charges for illegal trespassing, false claims, and tampering with private property. Karen suddenly wasn't yelling anymore. She starts pleading. "We thought it was abandoned. It was just sitting there." I said, "You sold land that wasn't yours. You trespassed to take photos, and you blocked my bridge. That's a crime, Karen." Long story short, the sale was reversed. I got an apology from the county, and I installed a gate on the bridge with security cameras. Now, every time Karen drives by, she sees the gate and the sign, private property. Trespassers will be prosecuted.